Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be looking at outsourcing IT services and why that should be a concern of many people out there. Outsourcing IT services is common practice for many businesses and organizations. Uh, it's common practice that can potentially cost a lot of money, as well that it should be picked up during your overall risk analysis. Uh, it can potentially mean that it's contracts with external companies or service providers. A lot of businesses and organizations have those contracts to handle specific IT tasks or responsibilities. Let's take a look at reasoning why organizations or people would consider doing that. Cost savings. If we were to begin with cost in mind, outsourcing IT can often lead to cost savings because of external services. Providers can operate more effectively, I guess, or perhaps the they do have infrastructure in place, right? In other words, and at lower cost than maintaining in-house IT department. Uh, Outsourcing, perhaps it's a short-term strategy with intention to perhaps bringing your own IT team in-house. This can cost, with cost reduction, can be especially attractive for businesses and organizations looking to optimize their budget. It is within the budget and overall accounting and how much your business can potentially save. But overall, when you think about the cost, perhaps holding servers, or potentially very vital information like your customer data, you should consider safety and take precautions as well as different measures uh, on what kind of IT services you actually want to outsource long term. Again, focus on core components and things that you are really good at. That's an argument there that if you were to take a look at you're not getting paid for hours, right? But if you were to take a look and break down how much you are getting paid for 1 hour, or if you are a professional, if you got a business, you still potentially can take a look at breakdown based on how much you can make within an hour. So you from there you can have opportunity cost, right? So opportunity cost, what you were better at doing at that particular time. The learning how to develop a website, or perhaps focusing on your core competencies, those being perhaps manufacturing, running operations, running a company, looking at sales, different operations with there, then potentially bringing more money than learning some of those IT skills. Well, so that's an argument there. If anything, I remember being in Italy, right? I would always remember this experience, right? And especially in Italy, they do have a saying. It's something that's called 0 mile. This is particularly useful when thinking about the food and where you're gonna be sourcing your food from. And if there's anything that Italians do know, they should be sourcing their own food from their back garden, right? So that's 0 mile principle and how you should operate your business, your garden, and perhaps your life. Access to specialized skills. IT outsourcing providers typically have wide range of expertise and experiences that they gain over many years of offering those particular services, allowing organizations to have access to specialized skills and knowledge that may not be available in-house. Scalability. Outsourcing IT can be scalable meaning organizations can easily adjust their level of services or resources based on their current needs. In particular, SaaS, some of the software solutions out there might be suitable for different organizations, but having 0 miles in mind, perhaps, to have that particular approach. This flexibility is particularly valuable for businesses with fluctuating IT demands. Some of those people up there, they're developing the infrastructure, which is kind of interesting idea up there, especially in Europe. So many different IT giants and some of the investments that they are making, American companies, right? And by doing that, they are Europe would be relying on American companies to have access to some of those services, as well as 5G networks and buying those 5G networks from China, just because in developing that infrastructure, there's some obstacles there. So it's just something perhaps to take a notice on. I don't know if that's a way forward, but this is what's happening. Risk management. IT outsourcing providers often have robust security measures and disaster recovery plans in place, helping organizations mitigate risk related to data breaches, system failures, or other IT-related issues. Global talent pool. Outsourcing can provide access to global talent pool, allowing organizations in different regions to support your organization business needs with professional talent on board as well as technologies. For those of you who are interested in having necessary tools that could potentially lead you to success, I have developed a journal. In this journal, I'm sharing a lot of information that I wish I had at a time when starting out. I have done so much research to understand it first, why it's so important to have that, having routines, having particular structures within your day, optimizing your time, making most of your time, and having these particular approaches would increase your chances to succeed in your personal life, in your business ventures, as well as that's ideal long-term strategy for you in pursuit of your goals, which should be ambitious. You should try to succeed, and hopefully this particular journal will help you to do that. You can find it in the description below, as well as Top Retailers has it. There are also potential challenges that any business owner or even governments should consider when outsourcing IT services. Loss of control. When IT services are outsourced, organizations may have less direct control over management and operations of their IT infrastructure and services, especially databases, if anything, or all those buckets, and where that information would fall into. There was recently a lot of changes within Europe that I know of that with regards to personal data and that personal data sharing. So from there, they're currently struggling with that in the US, and some of the legal actions that was taken against some of the IT companies that do operate in America. Security concerns. Depending on the nature of the outsourced IT services, there may be security and data privacy concerns, especially when sensitive data is involved, like personal information should be so from there, your address, your financial information, your where you are all the time, all the tracking devices, all that information, all that good information is crucial to carefully vet and select reputable service providers. Even right now, yesterday, then I was operating my credit cards. I can give access to particular credit cards based on my geolocation. Those credit cards might operate or might not operate, and this particular data can be shared widely on the network, which not necessarily myself I have control of, but I need to hope that banking system and businesses out there won't gonna sell this information to others in order to make profit, because that's what businesses do. Communication challenges. Effective communication with outsourced teams, especially in the area located in different time zones or regions, can be challenging. Clear communication and collaboration processes are essential. Quick note, just some of the meetings that I had today. I didn't even realize that only 1 out of 10 companies within UK are operating abroad. So 1 out of 10. Uh, most of the people, I thought they mingle a little bit more, I guess, and they're looking to increase their profits, and focus on their business activities. But perhaps some of the people might have different attitudes, especially upswings or downswings, and how they're looking to operate, and if they have a strong business model, and how they can develop those teams, as well as what will be required for their business model to operate. This would not necessarily in English speaking countries. Quality assurance, ensuring that outsourced IT services meet the desired quality standards and service level agreement. SLS required ongoing monitoring and management and overall quality. Either way, it's already a very long video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.